Hey everyone, I'm Nixie and welcome to June's manga haul. We are a little bit late this month with getting the video up on the channel because well, I was basically waiting for the majority of my manga to come in and it's only just arrived today, so like when I'm filming this you're seeing this the next day. So this is going to be more of like, I guess, more of like an unboxing video because I have read barely any of these because like I said, I've only just got them. Also, I apologize for my camera, like there's some weird setting that's happened like by itself, so like the frame rate is all like janky. But hopefully by next month I should have my new camera like all set up and ready to go, so we'll be in a much clearer picture and it won't look as though I'm filming through a potato. So as always, we are going to go publisher by publisher and then we'll move on into the things, the out of print stuff that I picked up this month as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with Yen Press as well because we've only got a couple from Yen Press. I've got volume 7 of Tsubaki Lonely Planet. I love this shoujo. It's super cute. So this is about a girl who it's that kind of like typical storyline of she was basically trying to recover from like parents' death. The parents are no longer around, so she takes a job as a live-in maid housekeeper for this novelist who's the like introverted type. So this is an age gap as well. I know some people aren't so keen on that, but I really love this. It's the same creator as In the Clear Moonlit Dusk as well. Like if you're a fan of that one, I highly recommend this. It's only 14 volumes, so we are now halfway through, but yeah, I'm so excited to read this one. Then we have a new one shot. I've not even unwrapped these. Senpai, This Can't Be Love. So this is a mature BL, but yeah, there's been like a bit of like hype around this one, so I'm very invested into like seeing how that one is. And then we have the highly anticipated volume 3 of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint from Ice Press. I love this one so far. It's been great. So this is about a guy who is the sole reader of this novel, and when it ends, basically he wakes up and he's inside the novel, so he's kind of got the edge on what's gonna happen, who he's supposed to sort of like see, but yeah, I'm really excited to get into this one because it's been a great action series so far and it's hugely popular. Speaking of Ice Press, they were very kind enough to send me a copy of their first volume of Tied to You. So this is their first ever BL license, which is a BL collector. Is like very exciting because I'm hoping that this is going to open the doors to them licensing a lot more like Korean BLs. Hopefully we're going to get some GLs as well. That would be very exciting as well. But yeah, so they were kind enough to send me the first volume. I love this. I love this so much that like I've been really trying not to like read the rest online. I think the rest of this is available on Tapas. So this is the like Fated Destiny, the Red String of Fate, which it has been done like a few times before and everything, but I really like the way that this one's written. So this is when you come into contact with your fated partner, that's when the red string of fate appears on both of your fingers. Now this guy has had a long-standing crush on his like best friend, and he's sort of like accepted that it's going to be unrequited love, like he's just happy like being his friend, getting to hang out with him and everything. And then one day something happens and the red string of fate appears on his finger. However, it isn't connected to his crush, it's actually connected to his older brother, which obviously he is devastated about. So this is interesting because when the red string of fate appears, if you don't have like regular contact with your fated partner, if you don't sleep in the same bed together, like it can cause insomnia which is obviously like nobody wants that. Like sleep is life. And so yeah, and even in like worst case scenarios, it can lead to death if you're not in regular like contact with your like fated partner. But yeah, I love this. There was a lot of like quite a bit of backstory on the characters as well, which was really interesting to see, and like it's building up to like some drama. But yeah, I'm very invested in these characters, so I can't wait for volume 2. Like I say, I'm hoping this is going to open the door to a lot more like BL licenses by Ice Press. But yeah, this was a solid like first volume. And yeah, like I'm really trying not to like just go online and read it digitally, but hopefully it won't be long until volume 2 is out either. So we're going to move on to 7 Seas, because I actually don't have that many from 7 Seas this month. The first one is a novel, and that is A Ballad of Sword and Wine, or QJJ. I'm very excited for this one. Like there's a lot of hype around this. Like a lot of people like really love this, and this is one of the dames that like I haven't had the chance to read yet, so I'm super excited to get into this. I also love as well, like for this one, 7 Seas have done like this really nice like matte cover. Like I talk about it all the time, like I'm very big on like how things feel in my hand and like textures and stuff, and I love the way that they've done this. Like more matte covers please, because this one feels like a delight to hold in your hand, and it's got like quite a lot of like flexibility, because I'm one who like the spines are what you see on the shelf, so I want to keep the spines like as pristine as possible, so you don't have to like worry about spine breaking, which is like a major thing for me. But yeah, more matte covers please, 7 Seas, because this is like really nice to hold. But yeah, there's a lot of hype around this one. It's a lot of people's like favorite danmes, so I'm really excited to like get into that one and read that. Then we have a one shot. This is Only the Stars Now. So this is a BL. So this is guy breaks up with partner, goes out to sort of like wallow in his misery a little bit, and meets a stranger under the starry sky. I'm excited to read this one. Again, there's like a bit of hype around this one. I love this size as well that like 7 Seas does. Like it's a smaller size, but it is like quite chunky. But yeah, so that's one I'm excited to get into. I mean, I'm excited to get into all of these. And then we have another one shot, and that is Maishu Kitsune Sama. Again, just a one shot. But yeah, I'm actually really into like stories that are like spirits and stuff. So this is like about a fox spirit, so like excited to read this one, because like I say, I love the sort of like fox spirits yokai type stories, and we have been getting like quite a few of those licensed and released lately, and honestly I've been loving all of them. And then we have one of my favorites, guys. We have volume 2 of Punch Drunk Love. This is one of my favorite BLs, like favorite webtoons. It's like the perfect amount of like comedy, character like bonding and like relationship building and everything. So this is a office BL, and yeah, this is about a guy who has like a secret kink where he really wants to be like dominated and like treated like trash by this buff guy, and he's really fallen for like one of his like co-workers who is not interested at all, and so he decides to treat him like trash to try and get rid of him. Obviously that doesn't work, it has the opposite effect on him. But yeah, like a great sense of comedy in this one, and the artwork as well is like really beautiful. I really like it. So we're gonna move on to like a few like random volumes that I picked up as well. First off, we have from Square Enix, Cherry Magic Volume 11. Super wholesome, really sweet BL. This is an office romance as well, about a guy who turns 30, is still a virgin, and when he touches people he can hear their thoughts, and this leads him to discovering that his co-worker has a crush on him. The anime came out like earlier this year, which they did a really good job on this. So but yeah, this is like Sasuke and Miano for grown-ups sort of thing, like a more mature version of that. Super cute. Next we have from Orbit, we have volume 2 of Breaks. So this is just like a three-part series. It's like a bit tragic drama and all that sort of stuff. So knowing that and knowing that it's only 3 volumes long, I haven't read this yet because I feel like with things like that where it's going to be a bit like hard going, I like need to have the end there. And I've committed because it's only 3 volumes long and it's something a little different, like it is a graphic novel. But I really like the artwork in it. Like the artwork is really like unique. But yeah, I like the style of it. So that's volume 2. And then from a Blaze manga, we have volume 2 of Centaurs. This was pushed back quite a lot, and this is the same creator as MADK and Alatorsa's Align. This isn't a BL though. So this is in a world where there are centaurs, but humanity is basically like wiping them out and trying to like tame them and basically use them. If there's a centaur that's not being trained well and not like accepting its fate, so to speak, then they basically have their arms taken away from them, which is really sad. So this is about one such centaur who is really fast. He's like a favorite centaur and basically he's obviously trying to escape. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first volume. It's a bit hard going at times and a bit sad, but I love the creator and what he like brings to the table, and the way that he draws like creature animal hybrid humans. Like it's such beautiful artwork. Then from Aloha Comics, we have something important, which is this like teeny tiny little like manga here. So these have also licensed like Link Click, Here You Are, and a couple of others as well. But yeah, I thought like I may as well like pick up this one as well. But yeah, he's so teeny tiny. And then from Titan Manga, we have Alpi the Soul Sender Volume 3. This is really cute. I've really been enjoying this. And like I haven't really like heard of anyone talking about this. I don't think it's like particularly well known. So this is about a girl who is basically a wandering soul sender. So in places there's usually like a deity like creature who basically like looks over the land and protects the land, but when they die they end up like cursing the land. So it's the job of the soul senders to send their soul back so another deity can like come in and like protect the land, look after the land and everything. She's also looking for her parents to try and find out like what's happened to them. But yeah, this has been like really enjoyable so far. And then again from Titan Manga, we have 3 Exorcism Siblings. I really liked the look of the artwork of this one, so I'm hoping that it's going to be good. Exorcisms, demons and all that sort of stuff, like count me in. Next we'll move on to Kuma, because we have a couple of releases from them finally that got like pushed back. One of them got pushed back a lot. I think this was like supposed to release like November, December last year. Tirano-kun and Kumizaki-kun. So this is just a one-shot. This is like a delinquent guy and like popular guy. But the delinquent is actually like really shy and like introverted, and he's absolutely adorable, and that's exactly what the popular guy thinks. But yeah, this was a surprisingly like wholesome and cute like BL that I really enjoyed, and like to be honest, I would like to see more of these two, because like I said, they were like so like sweet together. But yeah, so I'm kind of sad that it's just like a one shot, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And then we also have Happy Crappy Life Volume 3, which again was like pushed back. This is from Harada. If you haven't heard of Harada, she like does not care. She will put the wildest things in her manga. And if you've read any of her manga, you will know that they are pretty wild. Like, trigger warnings, any trigger warning that you can think of, it'll be in her work as well. So these are definitely like not for the faint-hearted, but this one is more of the like light-hearted, definitely heavy on the comedy side of things. It gets weird like in some of the things, particularly volume 2, there's some very weird stuff in there. But yeah, this is about a guy who basically gets caught in the office doing things that he definitely shouldn't be doing with the daughter of the president of the company. So basically he gets ousted to go and work at a branch that's in basically the middle of nowhere, and that's where he meets this other guy who's a bit of a bum living next door, and they are both obsessed with anal things. So yeah, they're like just a comedy duo. Like, it's so funny. So yeah, if you haven't read any of Harada's work, like, I would recommend that you probably start here out of all of their stuff. Next, moving on to Sublime, we have a few Sublime things which I'm always excited for. They're one of my favorite like publishers, because the stuff that they license are like such good titles that they license. So first off, we have a volume 4 of Therapy Game Restart. We had volume 3 not that long ago, but we'd had like a massive gap between 2 and 3, so I'm happy to have like more already, particularly with like how volume 3 ended was like such a like gas clutch your pearls moment. So I'm super happy that we're already getting volume 4. Like, I'm so eager to read this. But yeah, I love the artwork as well. Like, this creator is like one of my like top BL artists as well, because like the way that she like draws stuff is just so beautiful. Then we have one of my absolute favorite series ever. We have volume 17 of The World's Greatest First Love. Yes, it's a long series. We're on volume 17, but they're so slow to come out. So it's been like a good year since we had 16. This is about a guy who works in as a publisher, as an editor even, and his parents have a company and he wants to make it on his own because he kept getting like people kept saying like, oh, you're just riding the coattails of your parents, like that's the only reason why you've been like somewhat successful. So he leaves, he joins another like company, and he gets like put in the shojo manga department as an editor, which is not what he wanted to do. And there he meets a guy who turns out to be his first ever love. But yeah, it's dramatic, there's misunderstandings, there's lots of drama, red flags everywhere, but I love it so much. Like, such a great like series. Same creator as Junjo Romantica, which rip, we're never gonna see that come back into an English print ever again by the looks of it. But yeah, really excited that we finally have a new volume. Another one that I'm so excited that we finally have a new volume of is Birds of Shangri-La. So this is Radmaru Zaria, and she is like my favorite BL creator, like hands down. She also did Coyote and The Cure in Cigarettes, which is like my favorite one shot. We finally have a new volume of this. This has been so long since we had like the last volume, and I have been dying to get more content. She did have like some health issues and stuff that she had to like recover from, so that like kind of set her back, and she's also still working on Coyote like kind of at the same time she's doing this, so that makes things like a little bit longer. But this is a nice chunky volume, so I'm so happy to finally see more of Apollo and Phi. So this is a BL And this is about a guy who he's going through like a really messy divorce, and he needs to like get a job, get money. So he basically takes on the role of a teaser, which is someone that helps to prep a male sex worker, like of this basically private in this private like a brothel that's for like high-end customers. But yeah, I love this, and like I say, one of my absolute like favorite creators like ever. And then another one that we haven't seen in a while, we have Finder Mirage volume 13. So there's quite a few of these now as well. Great series if you loved it, like gangster, yakuza, mafia type BLs that's very toxic, few trigger warnings. I'm very excited that we finally have the next volume in this. I feel like I need to go back and just like refresh myself in like what exactly happened in the last volume, because it's been that long. Next, we'll move on to Tokyo Pop. We have a decent chunk from Tokyo Pop. They have really been stepping it up with like their releases and like how many they're like licensing. So the first one we have Sweet for Sweets and Foreigners, which looks like a really cute romance. It's not very thick, but yeah, I'm excited to get into this one because it sounds really cute. So I'm hoping that it's going to be like a cute thing. It involves food as well, which I actually really enjoy reading, like when it involves food. We also have Heat Beat Shutting Omega Becomes an Idol, which is like the second installment of this series, and Tokyo Pop has done this like matte cover with this one, which I'm like really into as well. Like, come on, we need more like matte covers. So this is an Omegaverse and in the idol world as well. I really enjoyed the first volume. So I'm hoping that the second one's gonna be as good as well. I'm assuming it's just like involving different characters as well, as opposed to like what was in the first one. Then we have one that I know a lot of people are going to be excited for. We have volume 3 of We Can't Do Just Plain Love as well. So this is the steamy office Jersey romance. But yeah, it feels like quite a while since we had the last volume as well, and like the drama is definitely kicking up in this as well as what happened in volume 2. So I'm excited to see more of these. But yeah, I'm excited to see more of these. Then we have Mitsuki volume 3 as well. I think that this is the final volume. Yeah, I think this is the final volume of this. I could be wrong. So this is a sex worker and a host. The host says that he's straight. But yeah, these two are like living together, they sleep together. So yeah, I'm wanting to know like more about these two because it has been really good so far, because they're clearly both like absolutely crazy madly in love with each other. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. I'm kind of hoping that that isn't the final volume, but I think that it is. Then we have volume 6 of Acid Town. This is Yakuza Mafia, like a lot of trigger warnings, like a lot of trigger warnings, like minor grooming, obviously a lot of violence, and yeah, if you like Twin Birds Never Fly, then I think you'll enjoy this one because it's kind of like the same level of like gang warfare going off and tensions and everything, as well as like a lot of like drama. But yeah, I really enjoyed this so far. Like the last volume was pretty intense, getting backstory on a side character. But yeah, so I'm excited to get into this one. Like, it's coming out a lot quicker than what Twin Birds Never Fly is, so I'm happy to be filling that sort of like mafia, yakuza red flag void. Then we also have The Man Who Shattered My World. There's a lot of hype around this one as well, so I'm excited to get into this one as well. This is a mature one. I don't really know like a lot about this, but some of the trigger warnings on the back is like dubious consent, bondage, stalking and drugs, so we'll see how that one goes. Next, moving on to Viz Media, there's a few early releases in this one which I am very excited for, guys. So we have one of my favorite series. We have Kaiju number 8 volume 10. I freaking love this. Like, have you guys been watching the anime? Because they killed it. Like, yes, they have kind of made some of the characters look a little goofy, or not quite how they are in the manga, but honestly, like, the anime, they've been killing it. And yeah, I'm glad that they're starting like on another production, because we need more of this. I have been tempted to read this on the Shonen Jump app, I'm not gonna lie, but so far I've managed to resist. But yeah, this is a fantastic like action series, and it's got a good amount of humor. There's some very big characters that really hold their own in the series as well, without it being like obnoxious. But yeah, I freaking love that series so much. And then we have Wolf Girl and Black Prince volume 7. I really like this. The characters, they both can be like a bit of dicks at times, particularly this guy, the main male lead. He definitely can be like very irritating, but in a good way. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this. It's a great shojo. And then another one that is just, it's so sweet, it's so cute, it's so wholesome, and that is My Special One volume 6. I love these two. So this is about an idol who gets a housekeeper from like this agency to pop in, and it turns out to be this girl who is is not interested in boys. She's not interested in idols or anything like that. And she like can't see the point in it, and so the idol, he makes it his like personal mission to like change her mind, and obviously that leads one thing to another. But yeah, this is really cute. And then another cute one, another cute shoujo, we have Like a Butterfly volume 6 as well. This is like such an endearing and wholesome like read. Like, every time I read it, I like feel like kicking my feet. It's so cute. So this is about a girl who, she kind of gets harassed for being like really pretty, so she's like practically a mute now, and she like barely talks, and then she meets this guy who is like really shy around girls and like doesn't talk to a lot of girls at all, and basically yeah, it's about those two, but he's so freaking cute. It's adorable, guys. Then we have In the Name of the Mermaid Princess volume 2. Really enjoyed the first volume. This is about like in a world where people have like these special like powers and stuff, but rather than seen as like a special thing or like a gift, it's seen as a curse. And the princess in one of the countries, she has like mermaid abilities and attributes and stuff, and so she's basically kept shut away, and they're trying to like get rid of her powers and turn it like just into a basic human. But yeah, I enjoyed the first volume a lot more than I thought I was going to. So yeah, I'm excited for volume 2. Then we have Heart Gear volume 4. This is a great series, great action series. This is about a world where there's these like robots essentially that are called gears. They basically like went mad, like a large portion of them, and basically like wiped out humanity, save for like this one girl who's like left. So she ends up meeting another gear who doesn't know what his like purpose is, like where he came from, like how he was made, like what happened. And basically they're off on an adventure. But yeah, like I say, it's got a lot of like really good action in it, lots of like twists and turns and stuff. But yeah, I've like, this is a great series, guys. This is a really good series. And then a new series from this signature line, we have Full Night. So I picked this up because it's this whole like plant human hybrid situation that we're seeing like a rising trend recently. Like there's been quite a few, like think Ado, wild strawberry, those like types, like yeah, we're seeing like an increase in this like plant human like situation, these stories. So this is another one of those, and I've been enjoying the others that I've read, so I went ahead and like picked this one up as well to like see how I find this one. But yeah, so really excited to get into that as well. Moving on to our last stack and our biggest stack, we are going to move on to Vertical Kodansha. The first one, fantastic action series again. We have Origin Volume 4. So this is from the artist of Dr. Stone. It's his own story, and this is in a world where like a lot of crime, a lot of gangs going off, and a bunch of bodies have been showing up that have been like really like brutally mutated and mutilated, to the point where like there's no way like a human could have done that. So there's this guy basically trying to get to the bottom of it, but he has many secrets of his own. But yeah, the artwork, guys, the artwork is so good. It makes me want to pick up Dr. Stone even more, because yeah, it was fantastic. There's a little bit of fan service sometimes in this, but some of the way that some of the characters are drawn was definitely done using one hand. But yeah, I love this series. Great action. Then we have a Windbreaker Volume 5. Finally got this one, and then Volume 6 has released as well, so I need to pick that up. But yeah, the anime is out of this. I've really watched a little bit of the anime, but I've enjoyed what I watched. Like they've done a really good job, especially like with the action scenes as well. So this is, if you like Tokyo Revengers, then I think you'll really like Windbreaker, because it's that sort of like a delinquents like gang mentality, but like in a, I guess, like positive way. But yeah, so if you are missing Tokyo Revengers or it didn't quite do it for you, then I recommend this one as an alternative. Then we have A Kingdom of Quartz Volume 2. I picked up the first volume like on a bit of a whim, because like the cover was pretty, and I'm a sucker for like pretty covers. So Volume 2, like yeah, I really enjoyed Volume 1 like way more than I thought I was going to. But yeah, Volume 2 finally out, so we can continue on the story. So this is about a girl who is very like based around like religion, like angels and stuff. So there's a girl who is an orphan, and she really wants to be an archangel, which would like protect the empire and be like one of the highest ranked like angels, like on the forefront for protection. However, she has black wings rather than white wings, so she's sort of like seen as like a devil or a demon, which is really sad, because she's like the cutest little girl out there. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first volume, so I'm very excited for this one. Then we have Volume 1 of Kai and Yuko. But yeah, this is another like mafia BL. Can you see a trend yet? But yeah, I'm really excited to get on this one. I've heard very good things about this one. It's been out for like a little bit of a while, but yeah, I'm finally glad to finally have my hands on it, because like I say, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Then we have a very chunky volume. We have Volume 1 of Turns Out My Online Friend Is My Real Life Boss, Volume 1. What a chunky boy. This is one of those where it's like playing an online game, make friends with someone online, and it turns out to be someone that they actually know. This is that situation, and that person that they know happens to be their boss. So yeah, I also really enjoy these types of stories as well. so I'm very like intrigued to like get into this one. I wasn't expecting it to be as thick as like this. It's kind of surprising when I like took it out of the box. I was like, is this an omnibus? But yeah, so I'm excited to get into this one. It is the same creator as The Yearning Fox Lies in Wait, which I had in my last month's video, I think, which was a really good one shot as well. Then we have a fantastic romance. We have How I Met My Soulmate, volume 3. So this is, as it sounds, this is about a lady who is desperately trying to find like her soulmate, and it's showing up in an unlikely place. But this has been like really good so far, like really good so far. If you want like a fated soulmates, heavy on the romance, on the love, with a few twists and turns as well, then I highly recommend this one. Like definitely go ahead and pick this one up. Then we have volume 5 of Tsugumi Project. I have been ranting and raving about this one. I love it a lot. This is about a bunch of criminals that get taken to Japan, which is basically being like flattened by nuclear war, and they basically get told like, you need to go find this weapon. If whoever does in the allocated time, then will basically revoke the charges against you, and you can like go back to your families or whatever. But yeah, the artwork in this is super detailed. Like it's very detailed. You can tell that there's been like a lot of time spent on like even just like environments and surrounding areas and everything. It's not like a massive commitment. I think it's like 6 volumes. Like we're almost at the end. There isn't that much more to go. But yeah, this is a great series so far. Then we have one of my favorite like ongoing series. We have What Did You Eat Yesterday, volume 21. This was pushed back a lot. Yeah, I think this was like pushed back like a good few months. Like my original order like was actually cancelled, the pre-order for it. So this is by Fumi Yoshinaga, who is like one of my favorite creators for like BL, and I love this one. It's like a gay slice of life / cookbook. Like I said before, for whatever reason I really enjoy like manga that like involves food, even like if I personally wouldn't like eat what is being like shown. So this is about a mature couple as well, which is also like very nice to see, because it's not, I feel like it's not that often that we get like a proper mature like 50 plus like characters. Like usually a lot of the time it's like mature and they're like 30, and it's like, oh, that's not mature. So yeah, this is about a well-established couple living together. They're set sort of like in the ways, and it's just a very like everyday, like pretty realistic like manga story, which I really like. It's such an easy read. So yeah, they go off to work, you know, a bit of gossip in the office or like the salon, and they basically come home and like talk about it. You know, there's some drama going off with like their friends that are a couple or whatever. It's just very like realistic, and it's very enjoyable, guys. It is a massive commitment because it is 21 volumes and it is still ongoing as well. So I understand it's not everyone's cup of tea, because like there's not like loads of drama, there's not loads of like action. Like it's a non-explicit story as well, so I understand, like, you know, it's very sort of like average everyday life. So I know that it's not like everyone's cup of tea, but honestly I really enjoy it, and I find it highly enjoyable to read and just to like chill to. Next we have volume 2 of a manga that I'm gonna butcher the name of, so this is it, volume 2 of this. So this is about a place where there is like the sort of like rich people, where they like are very materialistic. Like if something's a bit dirty or like ripped or whatever, they'll just throw it away. However, they throw it down into like the slums, which is basically as it sounds, it's the slums. So like all the garbage like goes down to there, and it's like people who are struggling to make ends meet. You know, they're recycling all their stuff to get as much use out of it as possible. And basically this guy gets framed for murder, so his punishment is to be executed. And the way that they're going to do that is that there's a giant hole where like all of like the trash goes into. It's just like a bottomless pit type of situation. So yeah, he gets sentenced to death by being thrown into this hole, which is like terrible. Like, it's awful. That's the way that they like try and get rid of people. Obviously when he gets down there, it's not all as it seems. But yeah, this is a great like solid like start to a series. So yeah, I'm excited for volume 2. I think volume 3 is like pretty much out as well, so I need to pick that up. And then another one of my absolute favorite like top 10 series, we have One Dance volume 9. So this is based around like hip-hop dance battles. I love creative like arts and everything in manga as well. Like, I really enjoy reading about that stuff. Like, I like that stuff anyway. And I like how the like movement and like dances are portrayed in this manga as well. Like, I think the creator does like a very good job of that. So this is about a guy who is very self-conscious. He's very aware, he's got a stutter, he's really tall, so he like sticks out, and like he tries to basically blend into the crowd as much as possible. That is until he sees this girl who is outside. She's living her best life, like doing dancing and stuff, and she's just completely lost in her own world, and like that inspires him to seek out like more people like that, and he ends up joining the dance club, which focuses around like hip-hop, breakdance, that kind of like dancing. And yeah, this is a great like story. It's very endearing to see like how these characters are growing and developing and like getting more confidence, and it isn't always like ups either. Like, there are downs to it as well. Like, it's not always like people going on a winning streak and like always winning. Basically, like, there are like some downs which like hurt. But yeah, I really like this. Like I say, this is one of my like top 10 ongoing series. So yeah, happy volume 9 is now out. And then last one, super cute, we have Gazing at the Star Next Door. This is like one of those like How I Met Your Soulmate that kind of like makes your heart like skip a beat sort of thing when you're reading it, but super cute. This is like childhood friends. One of them is like gaining popularity with like modeling, acting, so he's becoming like very, very popular. But his childhood friend is clearly like in love with him, even though she refuses to admit it. But yeah, super cute. I've been very, very excited to get like the next volume of this, so I'm really, really happy that it's finally out as well. But yeah, if you liked things like My Special One, How I Met Your Soulmate, In the Clear Moonlit Dust, like those types of like romances, if you like that sort of stuff, like you'll definitely enjoy that one. So that's all of like the newer releases and new releases. So we're gonna move on to the out of print stuff that I picked up. So there's some very like exciting finds, like for me anyway, this month as well. So if you don't know, like I try to collect as many like BL as possible. Like a large portion of my collection is BL manga. And so like I do collect out of print stuff as well. So we have this month, we have a light novel from June. We have The Aristocrat and The Desert Prince as well, which is just like the single volume. From June as well, we have I Give to You, which is one that I've been like on the lookout for quite a while as well. I really like the cover on this as well, like how it looks like very muted. We have Invisible Boy volume 2, so I just need to find volume 1. and Hot Limit as well, which is just another one shot. I'm like running out of space on my desk. And then the two exciting finds that I had this month is I managed to get a complete set of the original Embracing Love English print, which was from Be Beautiful. So this was done in 5 volumes. So very excited to like get like the original print of this one, because this is now done by Sublime. So if you are interested in reading it, you can pick it up from Sublime. And then very excited with more Fumi Yoshinaga, who did the What Did You Eat Yesterday. We have Antique Bakery, which is like a 4-volume set. I have been after this one for a while. Like a couple of the volumes are like not that hard to find, but I'm trying to find like the full set is like a little bit more difficult. So I was super excited to like find those two like from the same seller, and I was like, yes, full complete sets, like I must have you. And they were like really decently priced as well, so super happy to add this to the collection. And that is everything that I picked up in the month of June. Hopefully July's video will go up at the end of July rather than like being delayed. But yeah, I hope you guys are still enjoying this series. I'm having a lot of fun like doing this, and it's nice to like talk about like the manga that I've been reading, and like I want to hear like your guys' thoughts, like what you've been reading, any of these that you want to pick up or that you've really enjoyed, or anything else that like I haven't picked up that I need to check out. Like let me know, because I'm always open for like recommendations. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye everyone.